Introducing the all-new Corolla.
A total of 74 farmers have applied for compensation from the government of Guam after they lost crops during the heavy rains of October. Out of that, 33 have received at least partial payments for their claims, while 41 are awaiting final approval from the governor's office for their claims. Department of Agriculture Director Mariquita Taitagui explains.
There were about 33, and we paid out about $135,000 for that first batch. And we're looking altogether. We have received a request of about 74 farmers. And the first batch, we didn't pay them for the whole thing that was coming to them because, there was an urgency. So they didn't really bring their receipt. They brought only a few.
Taitagui says that the law that funds the farmer compensation also requires that the farmers provide receipts proving their losses. She says the first batch of farmers didn't bring in all of their receipts, but they needed to expedite their payments, so they gave them partial payments. She says this first batch of 33 farmers who received partial payments will also be eligible to receive more compensation after they bring in the rest of their receipts. They have until January the 11th to provide the rest of their receipts. Taitagui says that they'll be paying about $400,000 more in farmers' compensation.
By tomorrow, we'll be able to disseminate information to the farmers when their check will be made. I have to go down to get the approval of BBMR, the approval of the front office, like the fiscal policy people and Frank Ariola, the deputy chief of staff. I need to get their approval of what our findings are of what to pay, of how much to pay each farmers.
Taitagui says that the law allows them to pay for money spent based on receipts and a little bit of labor, but only for the farmer and not for any laborers. The compensation will cover costs for things like fuel, seed, water, and fertilizer. Taitagui says she knows that the farmers are getting anxious to get their payments, and she understands how they feel, as she herself was a farmer for over 20 years.
I'm trying my best to help the farmers out because I was once a farmer too. I don't know how it is to when there's a storm like this, you're just down to zero.